Hey, Nick, just take us through the interception yesterday on Patrick Mahomes. Were you kind of just, spying Mahomes to see where he goes?
Yeah, he's off schedule thrower. So just kind of trying to be visual and make a play. Wasn't really anything special. It was a bad throw by him, so just got to make him pay.
And Nick, I think that was the defense takeaway since like week 6. Was it kind of like a relief for you guys on defense to get that takeaway going?
I mean, yes and no. I mean, takeaways are always good, but you're always hoping they can kind of affect the game a little bit better. The goal is to get takeaways to you know put us in a better position. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do that.
Gotcha, Nick. Thank you.
Jordan.
Hey, Nick, thanks for taking the time with us today. Just kind of wondering, in terms of this defense's resolve, that really sort of seemed to stand out, especially when you guys are in the red area. That's always been a point of pride for you guys, but especially in a season like this, to have those stands that you did, what did that do for you guys as a group?
Um, yeah, it just fortified how we always kind of felt as a defense. Try to go out there and make stops every game, regardless of a record or the score or anything like that. We got the right guys on that defense, so take a lot of pride in what we do. And the overall goal is to keep teams out of the end zone.
Mm-hmm. How do you balance, Sean McVay says the staff wants to learn a lot about some of the young guys and as a more veteran player, how do you balance wanting to make sure that you're being a leader emotionally and mentally, but also, bringing some of the young guys maybe up to speed, schematically and through the grueling, nature of a long season.
Yeah, you just gotta, continue to trust your own process, and guys have different ways of leading. Some guys are more vocal, some guys lead by example, and some guys, just do the right things, don't even know they're leading. So I think we got the right guys sprinkled around the roster where these young guys should be able to just be sponges and soak up whatever they feel they need to be a successful NFL player.
Thanks.
Stu.
Hey Nick, besides Bryce's competitiveness and toughness, what else about his personality makes him somebody that guys want to rally around and really put their best foot forward for him?
I would say just his calm demeanor. He has that calmness about him that you look for in somebody who's driving the boat. Um, he also has a lot of confidence, like you mentioned. So, super excited about him getting his opportunity. And I know personally, and speaking on behalf of the defense, we're going to do whatever we can to ensure he can be as successful as possible.
Okay. Gary. We can't hear you, Gary. Technical difficulties here.
Sorry, Gary, I can't hear.
He's muted again. All right, we're gonna Jordan while Gary works on that.
Gary, you can text me your question if you need to. Hey, Nick, a couple weeks ago, you were among the players who were pretty outspoken on social media with the Safer Fields campaign with the NFLPA. Just wanted to know if you could maybe expand a little bit. The turf versus grass conversation has especially flared up. It does every few years, but especially flared up this year. What your thoughts are on that, and how you think players can move the conversation forward?
Yeah, I just think that it's the responsibility of the NFL and ownership to make sure that we can continue to play, right, and create revenue, which is obviously important to them. Um, you know, and you need guys, especially big name guys, to be on the field, or anybody for that matter, in order for that to be the case. So there's data shown proving that turf is less safe than grass, specifically slit film, which there's a number of teams. I don't have the list in front of me, but it's a good amount of teams that are still using that type of turf, which is not ideal for athletes in terms of their joints and things like that with as much change of direction that we do. So we just want to continue to obviously push that conversation forward, make sure that we're heard and make sure that, fans and media fully understand and cover those things too, because fortunately and unfortunately, sometimes it's more the response of the fans and the people who are creating that revenue and paying those dollars that actually get things moving for us and create changes. So just trying to make sure everybody has access to that data and understands why we feel the way we feel about that.
In terms of the overall conversation as well, a lot of these stadiums are multi-use stadiums. A lot of them, including some that you mentioned with the slit film, successfully applied for FIFA bids for when the U.S. is hosting part of the tournament, and the FIFA mandates that you change over to grass if you're going to host a soccer match, football match. And that means that the team would have had to present a successful switch plan to get awarded a bid. Kind of wondering what your thoughts are on places that are willing to do that for, a future soccer bid, but not full-time for football.
Yeah. I guess without getting too deep, my thoughts on that is just it's monetarily advantageous for them, just to switch over for that time being. They don't see themselves losing any money by switching back and making us play on the turf. That's the simplest answer I can come up with. It's frustrating because you see it can be done. So, ultimately that means they just don't care enough right now to make that change, because it's still bringing dollars and it's not affecting their bottom line or anything like that. So it's unfortunate.
Thanks for the insight, Nick.
No problem.
Gary.
Hey, Nick. Sorry about that technical glitch, and thank you for making yourself available. Just you guys have talked about staying in it and just got to come out swinging and whatnot. But I'm just wondering what gives you confidence that you guys can finish the season on an up note, with some victories in these last 6 games.
Just our staff and the players we have on this roster. We got the right guys. Like I keep saying, we have the right guys from a mentality standpoint and a preparation and approach standpoint. Sometimes the football doesn't bounce your way, which is kind of what we've seen with this whole turnover situation these past couple of weeks. But it's the NFL. There's nothing easy about it. We're just going to continue to just compete to the best of our ability. And, obviously you want to win, but, what's more important is just seeing growth week to week. And I think if you continue to grow and limit mistakes and look yourself in the mirror at the end of the day and say you're getting better, you're improving, that's something you can hang your hat on. Obviously we want that to come in the form of tangible wins in the future.